Hello, everyone out here in Grant land. Yes, it is AnitaN, the Biz Coach. I am coming back to you with all things grants. As you always know, I am going to be giving it to you as much as I can. I know some of the things have not been getting to you all, so I'm investigating that now. I've been sending out emails and different things of that nature for those of you all that are on my email list, and I have no idea what's been going on, but I am going to get this thing fixed, let me tell you. So let me elaborate a little bit on some of the events that I have coming up. First of all, I'll have my first grant writing workshop this month on the 20th, which is going to be next Friday. Yes, I am coming back with teaching you how to be prepared for applying for grants. So we're going to be talking about those things in depth. Yes, I had master classes last year, but this is going to go a little bit more in depth with those different areas that we talked about. All right, so you should have a link in this video or in this email, or however this is reaching you. You should have a link to get more information about that and be able to register for that. There will be limited seating, so you want to go ahead and register as soon as possible. Okay. There is a deadline, so the deadline is fastly approaching you all. So make sure that you get registered as soon as possible because you want to go ahead and get ready to be able to apply for these grants early now. It's January 2023. You'll get the knowledge and wisdom and resources and stuff you need to know how to apply for grants in 2023. Okay, early on in the game, let's get it done. All right, the next event I have coming up is going to be in March. Yes, we're going to be having what we're calling the Funding Your Future Summit. This is going to expound on all areas of how you can make money, to do your businesses, to start your nonprofits, to do all those things for your family. It's going to be for individuals, for businesses, for foundations, nonprofits that need to raise funds, need to know how to go about doing those things. Maybe you want to start a business or a nonprofit. We're going to be talking about that as well. We're going to be covering topics like taxes. We know people we don't like taxes, right? We don't like that time, but that is the time of year that we're in. So we're going to learn more about taxes as far as your personal taxes and business taxes and nonprofits as well. We're going to talk about financial literacy. This is for your life, you all, your personal lives, your family, you know, all those things we need to know to build a legacy. Of course, I'm going to be sharing about grants and grant funding and all those great things. We're going to have people talk about investing and also in crypto. So if you've always wanted to know a little bit about crypto, I'm telling you, we are going to have it all in there. Home ownership. Look, we're not stopping. We're not going to limit the amount of information that you're going to be able to receive at this summit. So be looking for that information to come to you very soon in the near future. Okay. All right. So today I'm going to be looking at, and we're going to be looking at the Jack and Jill Foundation and some of the information about them, and then look at all the grants that they do offer. They offer quite a few grants for different categories. So we're going to look at those as well. So what I thought would be very important, because I talk about this all the time when I share my information with you all, how important it is to research even the foundations that you are seeking funding from. All right. So we're going to take a little look at Jack and Jill and see what some of their priorities are, as well, like I said, as their grants and some events and things that they have. Okay, so this is their homepage when you come to them. And they have a lot of different things going on. They talk about the different events, different groups and organizations that they work with or help represent them. So that's going to be the header there. It's going to be, as you can see, it's changing, going through, and you can see some of the people that donate and that they work and partner with. And something that I tell people all the time, go to their websites as well, the people they partner with, the people that help them with the funding that they offer in their grants. See what they have to offer. This is a way to find out about other grant funding as well. Okay. So we're just going to go down here and take a look at what their vision is, their mission, their impact. You all, this is valuable information as well because you can utilize words, that they use. You can see what they stand for, what their mission is, their, causes, who they support, who they, their causes are surrounded with, right? So this is why it's so important to take a look at the different websites of the foundation so you can find out more about them, number one, and to see if you align with their causes and the funding that they offer. Okay. So this just gives you just awesome information about all the different things they do. All right. Their focus areas. They talk about their focus areas, and you can learn more about that. That's definitely what you want to do because their focus areas are the areas that should align with what you do. If it doesn't align with what you do, then you need to go ahead and stop your research. Don't waste any more time. If they don't, cover and talk about the things that you are concerned with and you support in your efforts. All right. So their focus areas are the African American families when it comes to education, health, and wellness. All right. They break down why it matters and they give you some statistics. So this is where you can also find statistics and maybe where they have found theirs from, that you can use those same resources for yourself. It talks about the African American families. Looks like they got those statistics from the source Kids Count. I'm familiar with that resource. So if you work with youth, if you work with children, excuse me, that is a good place to get resources and information from when it comes to data. All right. They also talk about, sorry, excuse me, the 22 colleges that participates in the HBCU College GAP Fund. This is something they have been investing in. These are the different colleges that receive funding from that. That's good to know as well. They tell you a little bit more about their Jack and Jill Close the Gap. All right, more about that funding and what that looks like. They have even some success stories that, you can learn more about what they've done, who they have assisted, and all those great things. So as you can see, there's a lot of information here just on their homepage to find out more about them. They got some save the dates for some grant programs. They talk about the awards and things that they've given out. They talk and they have a message from their executive director. Okay. Awesome information. And of course, they have their contact information there. And if you want to sign up to receive emails from them, that's all there on the bottom of the page. All right. And some tweets and things they put out on Twitter as well. All right. So we're going to take a look real quick at their priorities. Okay. So they talk and they give you more statistics about what their priorities are and why. All right. So you can, like I said, you can use some of these as well. Just find out what the source is, or you can use them as a source when you're using the statistics that they are using here on their website. They talk about housing insecurity and some different data on that. Education, why it matters. They give you some statistics on that as well. Health and wellness, why it matters. They give you some statistical information on that. All right. So you can click on this, read this, find out more about what their priorities are and why. Okay. They go through their impacts, their stories, the overview of their grants, and all the different scholarships and awards that they give. But we're going to go ahead straight to the grants tab right now so that we can look at some of the grants they have and some other great information. Okay. So they have quite a few grants that they offer and that are available. All right. So of course, you would have to click on them to get more information on each one. Well, this actually looks like it's just the information about them. Okay. So it goes into detail a little bit about the different categories and information on each one of the grants. So you under the education grants, they have college prep grants, they have a reading corner grants, they have STEM grants, and most of these are all for 501c3s. And some of them are even with 501c3s or other organizations partnering with 501c3s. So It helps to give you some ideas as well as to how to partner with other agencies that will be applying for this funding. All right, they talk about their health and wellness grants, okay? So they tell you a little bit about those and how much those are. Then it goes into the African American family grants, all right, our village grants. Awesome, awesome information, okay? So these are the details that you would need to understand a little bit more if your organization would qualify for any of their grant funding, okay? So let's go back then to the overview of the grants and see if we can get a little bit more information there. All right, so looks like we would have to click on each one of these. So let's go ahead and do that. So who is eligible? Let's click on that tab there. So it tells us that organizations that are eligible are in for their independent grants include their 501c3s, okay? Those with a physical sponsor with the 501c3 designation. That means, and I shared recently, that if you are not a 501c3, you don't have that nonprofit status, but you can partner with a 501c3 that would be represent you as your fiscal sponsor, okay? So that is an eligibility category as well. It's also, it says for those that are public agencies, including school districts. All right, eligible organizations for your chapter grants include Jack and Jill of America, Inc., chapters who partner with local 501c3 nonprofit organizations. So perhaps you wouldn't mind, joining up with a chapter of the Jack and Jill of America, and find out if there's one in your local area, in your city, in your county, in your state, that you could possibly partner with if you are a 501c3. All right, so then let's go to the next one they have here, and it says how to apply. All right, that's going to be important for you to find out and look at. So let's take a look at that. So how to apply. So you will click on the link below for the grant or grants to which you want to apply. The applications will not be accessible until the application open date of January 1st. So that lets us know that the grants normally open on January 1st, so they should be open. All right, you'd be able to click on the different links here to get more information and to apply for the different grants that they offer, okay? All right, so in this one here for the African American Families Grant, they give you some steps to follow. All right, so the first thing, of course, you would do is go to their portal, I'm sure, and create a profile. That's how a lot of these grants operate. You have to go there and create a profile first. And that will be general information for the most part. Sometimes they may even ask for, different things like your mission statement, the programs that you offer and things of that nature. So be prepared for all of that once you get ready to create your profiles. Then it says in step 2, after clicking on the link for the grant to which you want to apply, there it goes there. Before I even read it, it's telling us you got to create that profile, that account with them, and it's called Wise Hive. Okay, so you're going to have to do that by selecting sign up. Or if you already have one, you can sign into your account and use your sign in or login credentials. Step 3 here says complete a user profile or review or edit your existing one. So of course, like I was saying, you're going to have to create your user profile before you can even apply for the grants. Then it says you have to complete and submit a grant application. So the application close date is March 15th. So I'm going to assume that well, it's talking about the African American family grants, okay? So I'm gonna go with that closing date, or that deadline to apply is just for this particular grant on March 15th. Okay, so we found that out as far as that one. So I'm sure as you click on these different links to find out, deadline dates, more information, you will be able to get that. I'm just going to click on one of them just to see what happens. I'm sure it's going to, prompt us to either, of course, log in or to create that account. So again, these are the steps that you're going to have to go through to be able to apply for the different grants. So because I have not created that yet, we won't get a chance to look at that right now, but I'm sure this has been some great information. Look, it's very rare that you can go to one website and find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grants at one location. This is awesome. But you just need to find out now if your organization qualified to apply for any of these, or if you can work with if you can work with a 501c3 to apply for the grant. All right. So these are some ideas and some places you can go for your funding to do your different things for your programs, projects, and different things that align with the mission and the causes that Jack and Jill Foundation offer. All right. I hope this has been some helpful information for you all today. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Like I said, you should be finding and looking for a lot of different emails and different things from me in the near future. Those that you have not received yet, or information that maybe you haven't received yet, as far as being on my mailing list, be looking for all of that good stuff. Be looking for my the events that are coming up to get registered for those. You're going to have more and more information coming to you very soon about the different speakers for the Funding Your Future Summit, and all of the great stuff that we have coming to you all in the next few months, in this first quarter of the new year 2023. All right. So I look forward, as I always do, to providing you all with all things grants. Okay. So, if you want to find me, you can always find me on social media at AnitaN the Biz Coach. You can also email me at info@AnitaN thebizcoach.com. And of course, biz is spelled B-I-Z. All right. Okay. Till next time, you all. I always enjoy sharing all this good information with you. So until next time, take care and blessings.